Good evening to everyone and welcome to the program. And today being the last day of this particular program, which was on non-parametric statistics. Now, today last is Kappa coefficient. It is denoted by small k. So it is also known as Cohen's Kappa coefficient. So either you can call it Kappa coefficient or you can call it Cohen's Kappa coefficient. It depends upon you. In the literature, it is both the things are available. Now, see here, it is used to study the agreement among raters. You know, many a times there are competitions, and in the competition there are judges. You can call them judges or you can call them raters, and they rate all the participants. So therefore, you have to find out whether there is an agreement or there is not agreement. Many times you have seen that the raters do not agree. Some raters say something else, so therefore the agreement is very low many a times, and many times it is very high, and it is considered to be the robust measure than the percentage agreement. Some people find out the percentage agreement, but this Kappa coefficient is much more powerful in comparison to simple the percentages. Next is that the data are on the ordinal scale, and then another is the value of k. If the value of k is less than 0.4, then it is considered to be poor agreement. But if it is between 0.4 and 0.75, if k value is between 0.4 and 0.75, then it is considered to be the good agreement. And if k value is greater than 0.75, if it is greater than this, then it represents excellent agreement. So that's what you can use. Another is that it should have 2/2 table. Thank you. It is 0.4 to 0.75. That you should have the two variables, and each must have two levels. So let us have the objective, and the objective is to study the agreement of raters about the debate among students. Let's say hypothesis that there is no significant agreement of raters about the debate amongst the students. So let us go to my SPSS. I have here rater 1, judge 1. Either you can say judge or you can say rater. Judge 1, and here is judge 2. And you have rated on a 5-point scale. So therefore, and there are, let us say, 20 participants or 15 participants, or as much as you like, no problem at all. And you have rated on a 5-point scale or maybe 10 point. So if you want 5 points, you can have it. Suppose there are 18. Suppose these are the scores. Yes, Rafi, that is all right. Now here, 1 is the subject. That this is the one candidate, he was judged by both the judges. This is another candidate judged by both the judges. Now you go to analyze, and then you go to the descriptive statistics. Go to analyze, go to descriptive statistics, and go to cross-tab, and you can say judge A and judge B. Now you put on the click on statistics. Here is a Kappa. So you can click on Kappa, and then you say continue, and then you say continue. Now here you can say that the judge A and judge B, there is no agreement here. So let us have another data and then try to see. Now, dear friends, I showed you both that I told you that you have to have 2 by 2. You cannot have 2 by 5. You cannot have 3 by 3. You have to have 2 by 2. So therefore, both the judges are giving rating 1 and rating 2. So you cannot have 5. So here you can see that kappa value is 0.33 and it is not significant because the error is 14.6%. So let me slightly change and you can see the judge 1, he gave rating 1 and the judge 2, their common rating is 4 and common rating is this. So therefore there is no agreement. Let us have another one. Suppose if I have something like this, judge 3, judge 4. I have another data. So let us see with this data how it comes. You have to here judge 3 and judge 4, kappa. So here also there is a disagreement and here it is not significant. Let us, yes, not significant. Now you can see, my dear friend, that here it is the perfect agreement. You have seen that I have given the same ranks. Both the people are giving the same rank. So therefore your maximum score can be 1. Okay. And in this one, it was not. So it was not significant. In this also, it was not significant. So if you want to have another one, let us try to have some other. I have changed some values and let's see how it works. I have judge 1 and judge 2. So the value has still decreased. I'm just trying to change the values and try to see how it works. Now you can see that the value is 0.53 and it is significant at 0.05 level. So therefore that's fine line. So any value you can keep. So which one do you want me to interpret? I can interpret both, no problem. Okay, let us interpret this. And I have the judge. So let us and DF is 1 because there are 2 columns and 2 rows. So let us go to our so it was 4.23.0 agreement of raters. Agreement of raters. Agreement of raters of debate among students. The 23 objective was to study the agreement of raters about the debate among the students. The data were analyzed with the help of Kappa Coefficient and the results are given in table 4.23. Table 4.23. Judge 1, rating rating 1 and rating 2. Rating 1 and rating 2. This is judge 2. Now here there are 9, here there are 2. Here there are 2, and here there are 5. And it is k value. .53. Remark. It is P is less than 0.05. Okay. K value between agreement between judges' agreement. K value between judges' agreement about judges' agreement about debate among students. From table 4.23, it can be seen that the K value is 0.53, which is significant at 0.05 level with DF equal to 1. It indicates that there is a significant agreement between judges about the debate among students. Thus, the null hypothesis that there is no significant agreement between judges about debate among students is rejected. Now, the K value is more than 0.4, is more than 0.4. So it is considered to be good agreement between judges about the debate of students. So it may be said that the agreement between the agreement between judges about debate of student was good. So you can just copy from here and that becomes yours, the finding. Now here, my dear friend, you should just understand one thing, that if you have to use Kappa coefficient in order to find out the agreement among the judges, it should be 2 by 2. That means there should be only 2 judges and they will be giving the rank either 1 or rank 2. So that is the point that you should try to understand. The rest is quite all right. Now, should I write the interpretation of the K value which is not significant, or is it all right? Is it all right, or do you want me to interpret the value which is not significant? I do not understand what you want, Lakshmi. You say, right, sir. Why can't you say that you can write it yourself? I was expecting that you will say you will write. Yes, Navita, you can write. That's good. My dear friend, yesterday I did Cochrane Q test. Yesterday, I did Cochrane Q test. And there was a mistake on my part. And I want to correct it. That I said that there must be one criterion is all right. And then I'll say there must be one variable having 3 or more levels or categories. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Now I want to correct it. So let me see how do we do it. No, they are not same. Kappa is more powerful than the candles. Suppose my title is a study of achievement in English. A study of achievement in English in relation to testing of students. And the objective is to study the association between testing and achievement in English of students. And achievement, we have only 2 levels, and testing can minimum 3, maximum can be as many as you like. Inter-rater reliability is the K coefficient. I talked about the K coefficient. That is for inter. You can use that. And hypothesis is there is no significant association between testing and achievement in English of students. So in English, the student has passed or student has failed. So let us go to my SPSS. Now here I have the testing 1, testing 2, testing 3. Let's say initial testing, after 1 month testing, and after 2 months testing. Initial testing, Then after 1 month testing, after 2 months testing, suppose these are the 3. If you want to have 4, you can have 4, no problem. But minimum there must be 3. No, it is testing. I am giving the test many a times. If you want to have training, you can have training for 15 days, training for 1 month, training for 2 months. You can have that also, no problem at all. So now it is pass and fail. Now here is a non-parametric. You go to K related, and then you shift all these on the test variable. And this is Cochrane's test. So you click it here. And statistic in mean we don't want, and we say okay. Now this is the value of the Cochrane, and it is not significant. So if you want, you can change some of the values, or otherwise you can interpret it. Let me interpret this. And please remember, here your testing can be more than 2, should be more than 2, but it should be in the 2 category, either pass or fail. As I told you, the criterion variable should have 2 levels, not more than that. Indu, I will tell you the steps again, no problem at all. Just wait. Okay, let me show you the steps again. Say you have entered the data, Now you go to analyze and then go to non-parametric status, non-parametric tests, and then you go to K-related samples. So I go to the K-related samples. If I have here, I have 3, so I can shift all 3 here. If I have 4, I can shift all 4 here, no problem at all. Ramanan, here you have not to enter anything. It's only the test variable. That is why I am explaining you again. You have not to enter any level here. So here is a Cochrane, and that comes your value. If you want to have one more test, you can have one more test, no problem. If you say after 3 months, Navita, it is not 3/2. That is what I want to explain to you. It's not 3/2. I'm saying when the first testing was done, the student number 1 passed, student number 2 failed, student number 3 passed, student number 4 passed, student number 5 passed. 1 means pass and 2 means fail. So it is not to be entered. You have not to enter anything. No need of entering. If you want to enter, where will you enter? Here you can't say if you say results, there are 2 levels. And if you say 1 as pass and 2 as fail, and now you go to non-parametric and you go to the K. Now, this result is not to be shifted anywhere. So if you want for your purpose, otherwise it is not to be shifted anywhere. You can't shift it here. No. So that is why you need not to, if you want, otherwise it's of no use. If you want to define a variable, you can define, but you will not be using it. It is only the testing that you have to use. So you need not to write. You should remember that 1 means pass and 2 means fail. So this is your answer. Yes, if there is a space in Mann-Whitney, you test, in t-test, those ones you were having, but not here. So let us go and write the interpretation. association between testing and achievement in English. Of students. "28 objective was to study the association between this data were analyzed with the help of Cochrane's Q test, and the results are given in table 4.28. So here, let us insert the table. Here is testing, and here is pass, and here is fail. And here is Cochrane's Q value. So initial after 1 month, after 2 months. It was 16, then it was 11, it was 9, 7, 12, 14. And Q value is 3.90. Cochrane Q value and testing wise, achievement. Achievement in English. Testing wise achievement in English of students and Q value. From table 4.28, it can be seen that Q value is 3.90, which is not significant. It indicates that there was no significant improvement in achievement in English of students due to repeated testing. Thus, the null hypothesis so there was no significant association between testing and achievement in English of students. Thus, the null hypothesis that there is no significant association between this is not rejected. So it may be said that achievement in English of students was found to be independent of testing. Now this becomes your finding. So please make correction that in case of Cochrane, you have to have minimum the 3 levels of the one variable, and another variable should have only 2. And I told you those things. If it is choice of a brand, that also should be of 2. And if it is significant, then you can write accordingly. So nothing to worry about it. Okay, any question you want to ask before I say bye-bye to you? Because today is the last webinar on this particular topic. So if you want to ask a question, you can ask question. By chance, if there is a question which you want to ask, please ask. And if there is no question, then I'm closing it. No, Dr. Patro, you can never say that if the value is significant, then it is okay. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. What I did yesterday, it was not correct. So that is why I have corrected it now. Because yesterday I entered the data wrongly in SPSS, which I realized after the webinar, and that's why I thought I must correct it. Because as a teacher, one should correct one's own mistake. There's no harm in that. So it's not that yesterday was significant and today is not significant. It can also be significant today. I can still make it significant, no problem. If you are so keen about significant, it can be. Prashant Johan, you must understand the difference. Candles W, Kappa, and Cochran. Okay, in Kappa, it is the 2 by 2. That means you should have only 2 judges, and they will either say yes or they say no. In Cochran, you must have minimum the 3 groups, and then it must be yes or no. And Candles W, you know. So therefore, these are not the same. They look like to be the same, but they are not the same. So you have to understand them quite carefully and do not be taken away by because just now I explained you Kappa and Cochran. These are different requirements, and therefore you have to have a different situations. If you want me, yes, Rafi, it is in the line. My next workshop is fundamentals, basics of research. You can contact Dr. P.K. Gupta. Dr. P.K. Gupta, Dr. P.K. Gupta, डॉक्टर पे इनको नहीं मालूम है अपनी नेक्स्ट वर्कशॉप कब हो रही है, ये पूछ रहे हैं. अरे यार, ग्रुप में डालने का मतलब कुछ और होता है भैया, इनको बता दो जो भी कुछ है। नेक्स्ट आपकी वर्क से पूछ रहे हैं। डालना नहीं है, डालना यार, कल ये नहीं समझते हैं। अभी आप अनाउंस कर दो ना। हाँ हाँ जी। नहीं, खत्म हो गया मेरा। आप बता दो। Okay, dear friends, then thank you very much and see you sometime. If you are interested in learning more, I will have a basics of research, then parametric statistics, then again non-parametric, and then thesis writing and paper writing. This is the sequence in which this program will keep on going. So you can